Good morning everyone. Welcome to Narayana Live Classes. Today we are going to look after the assignment number 29 based on statistics. Let us look after the first question. Compare the model ages of two groups of students appearing for an entrance test. Here is the data given for you. You have to find out the mode for these two groups and you have to compare with that. So we know the formula used for calculating the mode for the group data as mode is equal to L plus F1 minus F0 by 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. Right? So what are these? We know already clearly what is F1, F0 and F2. F1 is the frequency of the model class, that is the highest frequency of that particular frequency table, which will be considered as the model class, and F0 is the frequency above the highest frequency, and F2 is the frequency below the highest frequency, and L is the lower limit of the model class, and H is the class intervals. So here are the size of the class. So according to this formula, we are going to find out the mode of this group A and group B separately, and then we will try to compare. So let us look after this one once. So here is the complete concept of this group A and group B. I'll explain you the complete matter in this. Let us look after this one right now. See, age in years, group A and group B. Here is a given data what we have. 16 to 18, group A is 50, group B is 54. 18 to 20, it is 78, 89. 20 to 22, it is 46, 40. 22 to 24, it is 28, 25. 24 to 26, it is 23 and 70. So this is the data given as per the question. Now, when you look after this one right now, first let us go to the group A part. Here if you observe this is the highest frequency. 78 is the highest frequency, which will be considered as F1. So above 1 will be taken as F0 and below 1 will be taken as F2. And here this will be the model class. So in this model class this will be considered as L when I am talking about group A. So here you see L is equal to 18, H is equal to, now if you look after the difference, upper boundaries or difference of the upper boundaries or the upper limits, or the successive upper boundaries or upper limits, and in a similar way, or you can take the difference of successive lower limits or the lower boundaries. Here it will be 2, so H is equal to 2, F0 is 50, F1 is 78, F2 is 46. So I am substituting in the formula, it will be 18 is L, so 18 plus F1 minus F0, that means 78 minus 50 by 2F1, 2 into 78, 156, minus F0 is 50, minus F2 is 46, into H is 2. So here it will be 78 minus 50 is 28, 28 by 156 minus 50 minus 46 is minus 96. So it will be 156 minus 96 is 60 into 2. So which on this calculation part you are going to get it as 0.93. So 18 plus 0.93 will be giving you 18.93. This is the mode of the group A part. Now let us enter into group B. Now when you look after this group B right now, here in this group B, the highest frequency again we have for 89. 89 is the highest. So here in this, when you talk about group B part, this will be considered as F1 and this will be the F0 part, and below one will be F2. So here again the same thing. So L will be taken as 18, this will be the model class, L will be 18, H is equal to 2, F0 is 54, F1 is 89, F2 is 40. Again on substituting in the formula, it will be L, that is 18 plus F0, F1 minus F0, 89 minus 54 by 2 into F1. So 2 into 89, 178 minus 54 minus 40. So it will be here when you calculate this part, 18 plus 89 minus 54, that will be 35. 35 by 84 into 2. On calculating this, you are going to get it as 18.83. Okay. So the model class for the group A, see mode of the group A part is 18.93 and group B part is 18.83. So this is the comparison. So this completes the question number 1. So let us enter into the second question here. See, the following is the distribution of height of students of a certain class in a certain city. Here also we are having height in centimeters and number of students. Find the average height of the maximum number of the students, that is with respect to the average height of maximum number of the students. So maximum number of the students will be considered under mode part. Okay. So we have to find the average height of those maximum number of students. Again, we are going to find out the mode for this one. with the help of the formula we know it clearly. Let me write it here. Mod is equal to L plus F1 minus F0 by 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. Okay, so now here we can directly identify what will be F1, F0, F2 and H in this. See, if you observe this one clearly, the highest frequency is 142. So F1 can be taken directly as 142 only. If F1 becomes 142, then obviously F0 will be 118, that is 118, and F2 becomes 127. So if F1 is 142, so obviously this will be considered as the model class. So when you are considering this as the model class, 166 will be the L part. But if first concentrate on the classes here, it is 160, 162, 163, 165. That means they are not continuous. For this case, we have to make them continuous. How can you make them continuous? Decrease 0.5 to the left and add 0.5 to the right. Okay. By considering that, we will do this. So let us look after this one. This is the glance of that part. So here if you look after this, it is 160 to 162 first class, right? So in this case, what you will do, if you observe this, since they are not continuous, as we discussed, we are going to decrease 0.5 to the left. We have for the lower boundaries part, and we are going to add 0.5 to the right side. Okay, right side values. So let us have a look. So 160 will become 159.5 and 162 will become 162.5, right? In the same way for all the cases. See here, 159.5 to 162.5, 162.5 to 165.5, 165.5 to 168.5, 168.5 to 171.5, 171.5 to 174.5. Here are the list of this list, a list of the number of students. So in this, already we discussed here, 142 is the highest frequency, so it will be taken as F1. So obviously this becomes the model class, so this will be considered as L, that is 165.5, and this, the above frequency of this will be taken as F0, and the below one will be considered as F2. And here, if you look after the difference of the two successive lower limits or the two successive upper limits or the upper boundaries, it is 162.5 minus 159.5, that is 3, or 165.5 minus 162.5, obviously it is also 3. So that means H will be equal to 3. So now substitute in the formula 165.5, that is L plus F1 142 minus F0 118 by 2F1. So 2 into 142, that is 284, minus F0 is 118, minus F2 is 127, into H is 3. So on simplifying this, 165.5 plus 24 by 39 into 3, 24 by 39 into 3 is something like 1.85, 165.5 plus 1.85 will be giving you 167.35. So this is how we are going to calculate the mode for this question. So now coming to the third one, the frequency distribution table of agriculture holdings in a village is given below. So here also find the model agricultural holdings of the village. Here also the same thing. So let us calculate this one directly. So when you go for the solution of this, again we require all the things, that is F1, F0, F2 and L in this and H. So if you concentrate correctly, the highest frequency is again 80. So if 80 is the highest frequency, so this is going to be our F1. So if this is F1, so this becomes F0, and this will become as F2. And what will be our H? It is 1 to 3, 3 to 5. So that means 3 minus 1 is 2 or 5 minus 3 is 2. So in this case H will become 2. And where is the model class? This is the model class for us. So this 5 becomes L. That means here we are, if when you go for the data of this part, L is equal to 5, F0 is equal to 45, F1 is 80, F2 is equal to 55, and next H is equal to, we are having it as 2. So H value is 2. We know the formula for calculating the mode. So that is again mode is equal to L plus F1 minus F0 by 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. So on simplifying this one, so substitute the formulas, then we can go for the further simplification. So L is 5 plus F1 minus F0. So F1 is 80 minus 45. Okay, so 80 minus 45 by 2f1. 2f1 means 2 into 80, so that is 160, minus f0 is 45, minus f2 is 55, into h is 2 here. So this is 5 plus 80 minus 45 is 35. 35 by 160 minus 45 minus 55. 45 minus 45 minus 55 is 100. 160 minus 100 is 60 into 2. So once this is 30 times. So I am left with 5 plus 35 by 30 in 5 tables 7 times and 6 times. 5 plus 7 by 6, that is 5 plus something like 1.2 approximately, so it will be 6.2. Okay, so it is 6.2. So this is how we are calculating the mode for this question. So this completes the particular model part. Thank you.